Welcome to 3 of 10 COVID beat lockdown with a nice stretch session. Today it's all about the hips, the calves, the ankles. We're going to open them up and stretch and give a little bit of mobility back too, but we'll also get into thoracic at the same time. I'm all about trying to get as much bang for your buck as possible. So what we might do is come on over to your mat and just come on down here for a little bit and just feel what that feels like. Remember, we like to test and retest stuff. Just feel where that feels tight. Can you get both heels down on the floor? And we'll retest this at the end. So in order to warm up a little bit, we're just going to come into a squat and then extension. So just squat and extend. I'm turning side on just so that you can see what I am doing. I'm squatting and then I'm taking my chest towards my thighs and squatting. We're just going to do a couple of those. Not going to get too excited about it. And then you might just want to do a couple of leg swings as well. So here we go into a couple of leg swings. You might want to hold on to something. Probably do 10 or so aside. Spend maybe 20 seconds. And then we're going to flip it over and do the other one. Here we go, just a couple of leg swings. Remember, things like this movement brings synovial fluid to a joint. So we're bringing a little bit of synovial fluid into our hip joint. You might hear things pop and crack. That's all right, don't worry about it. Then you can go into some nice little hip openers, some nice big circles, drawing the biggest circle you can with your knee. We're going outwards to start. Some nice big circles. And then bring it in and around, in and around. And then we're going to change sides. Here we go, open up and out. Nice big circle with your knee. Good. And then the other way. Bring it around, swing it around, in, all the way. Awesome. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to go straight into a nice hip stretch. Come down into a lunge position. Drop the back knee. Take that front foot right out in front so that when you lean forward, your knee is stacked on top of your ankle and not in front of. You want it stacked on top or behind. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a big circle with our knee. I'm using my hand to push my knee out. And we're just going to draw some nice big circles going outwards. Rest your other knee on the floor, that's okay. And then come inwards. Draw a big circle inwards. You've got to know that when we do mobility activity, it's actually quite uncomfortable. And that's all right, okay? When we're trying to increase joint mobility, we're sitting in that really sticky, uncomfortable position, and we need to be there for a little bit of an extended period of time. So now I'm just going left and right with my knee. I'm pushing it all the way out as far as I can and pulling it all the way in. I'm pushing and pushing in, pushing out, pushing in. So use your hand to do that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start sliding our elbow down the inside of our shin to our ankle. If you can do that, that's nice. And just hang here for a little bit, yeah? Try and keep the whole of the sole of your foot on the floor. Try not to let it roll all the way off. Put it on the floor and keep it there. Take the elbow down to the inside of your ankle. That's what you look like. And now we're going to come up and out. Put your hand on your knee and look over your left shoulder. Ready? Look for the wall behind you. Then come back. Slide that elbow down the inside of your ankle. Hang here for a little bit. And then look over the left shoulder again. Rotate your whole spine. Use your head to look for the wall behind you. And again, off we go. You might actually hear your spine crack. You might get a little bit of a mobe, a little bit of a manipulation. And that'll happen if you're stiff. If you're stiff, we'll generally get a bit of a crack. And again, look over the left shoulder. Nice one. Excellent. Whilst we're here, we're now going to sit back on our heel. So sit your bottom back on your heel, and we're just going to slide forward. Our aim is, if we can, to get our forearms on the floor outside our legs. So the legs in the middle. And we're just going to roll forward. We are sitting on our foot. So we're getting a nice little bit of a stretch down the anterior part of our shin. Stay there. You get back down. I'm chatting. And we're also now getting a lovely stretch down the back of our left leg, the leg that is forward. You're getting a lovely stretch, but you're also going to get a bit of a lower back stretch. Now I want you to pull your toes back towards you. So flex the foot back toward you, yeah? It's very lovely. Then coming back up. Now we're going to slide our hand on the outside of the ankle. There we go. Slide it on the outside and drop your right shoulder down and look over your left shoulder. Ow. Drop your shoulder down, look over the left, reach past the ankle, keep reaching past the ankle. Good. Smile. And coming up. Good. We're going to go back into that lovely stretch again. So coming back into your lunge. Here we go. We're going to take the elbow down inside. We're going to open up and out. A little bit quicker now. Come down, elbow down to ankle. Say hello. And open up and out. Look over your shoulder. I want you to look for the wall behind you, and you should find that now you can actually turn a little bit more compared to the very first time you did this. Just in this one session so far. Good. Excellent. Let's change legs now. Put the right leg out in front. Ready? Lean forward. Make sure that we have 90 degrees, make sure that your knee is behind your ankle or stacked on top. Here we go. Slide that elbow down. Oh, first of all, do circles. Big circles. There we go. Nice big circle. I'm going outwards first. Doesn't matter because you're going to go the other way as well. And now bring it in. Bring it in. Big circles going inward. You might feel that in your hip socket. You got to remember, it's really not a normal movement that you do every day, so you might feel it. And you'll also feel a lovely stretch down here, down the front of your thigh, that is the leg behind you. You'll feel a good quad stretch on the back leg, and you might feel it bite up high here on your hamstring on the leg that is forward. Big circles forward. Now rock left and right. Just push your knee in and out. Push it in and out. Nice one. There we go. Now we're going to take the elbow down to the inside of the ankle. So take it down towards the floor. As far as you can get. If you can't get all the way here, don't worry. I couldn't always get here. It's just that I've done it enough to increase my mobility. Now let's turn over and look for the wall behind you. Stay there for a second. Keep breathing. And come back down. Here we go. Elbow and ankle. Say hello. Stay there. Smile. Changes everything. And look over. That's it. Try and keep your foot in contact with the floor. And again, elbow. Slide it down. Hang here for a little bit. Good. And change. Looking over. Really rotate your spine to look over for the wall behind you. Good. Coming into this seated position now, put your bottom on your foot. There you go. You might find one side is easier than the other. Now we're just going to slide forward. We're going to drop our elbows outside our leg. And we're just going to hang. See how you go with that one? If you can't get all the way, or if you can't sit on your bottom, get a rolled up towel and place it between your calf and your thigh, and then you'll be able to sit down, yeah? So if you can't go all the way because of a knee injury, because you can't bend your knee, everybody else, while I'm talking, make sure you stay down here. So if you can't bend your knee all the way, just put a block or a towel underneath you, yeah, to reduce that range. Okay, coming up, We're going to slide our hand outside the ankle now. I'm going to look over the right shoulder. Get there, have a look, drop your left shoulder down and in, turn your right shoulder up and out. Reach longer, reach beyond your ankle if you can. Coming up. Now we're going straight down to the center again. So stay up tall and just fold forward. Off we go. Drop your head. That's it. You feel that nice stretch behind your knee. Feels so good. Oh yeah, we love it. Are you smiling? I hope so. All right, coming up. Now we're going to go back into that nice stretch again. Go into your lunge. Make sure your knee is on top of your ankle or behind it. So you've got to shoot your foot forward. And we're just going to increase that tempo. So coming down, looking over, twisting. You should be getting that little bit further. This should be feeling a little bit more comfortable now. And look for the wall behind you. That's really important. I don't want you just to go through the motions. I want you to make meaning to it. So really twist. This is about getting rotation as much as it is about getting hip mobility. Yeah, remember we try and get more bang for our buck. Look over your shoulder. Oh yeah, one more. Elbow and ankle. Hello, hello. They say hello. They make good contact. And if they don't yet, they will in time if you persist and you are consistent. Because that's what stretching needs. It needs persistence and consistency. We do it every single day. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to bring our left foot in line with our knee. Just like that. My toes and my knees are in line. And I'm going to lean forward. So I'm putting the body weight, my body weight, over my thigh. I'm leaning forward and I'm trying to push my heel down into the floor. So I'm not going to let my heel come up because then I'm not getting the stretch that I'm after. So what we are stretching right now is our soleus and our Achilles. They're the deep calf muscles. So with your calf muscle, hang here, put the weight on here. With our calf, push your heel down. With our calf muscles, we've got a set of calf muscles that needs to be stretched on a straight leg. And then we have another set that needs to be stretched on a bent leg. So this is a bent leg, yeah? This is also very good for increasing mobility in your ankle joint. So if you are tight through your ankle joint and stiff, if you've had several, stay here, keep stretching. If you've had several ankle sprains in your life, chances are you're going to be a little bit stiff through that joint later in life. So this is very nice. You can actually rock forward on this one. Once you're a little bit warm, rock forward a bit. And you're stretching your Achilles as well. Let's do the other one now. Ready? Coming up. Put your right toes in line with your knee. In line. There we go. And now rock forward. Push your body weight into your thigh. Hang over it. This actually helps too if you can hold on to something for leverage to help pull you forward, to lever you forward. Remember, you've got to push that heel down. Mine's coming off. So my right ankle is stiffer than my left one. So I'm going to really work hard to push him down as I lean forward. I'm getting a lovely stretch through my Achilles, through that lovely deep calf muscle, my soleus as well. That's the deep calf muscle. And I'm just hanging here. I'm going to rock a little bit as well because that feels so good. Enjoy this. It feels lovely. Okay, now we're going to stretch the other calf muscle that needs a straight leg. So this is a bent leg. Now we're going to come up. We're going to stretch our gastroc, which is the very nice big calf muscle. So that there is your gastroc. Yeah, he crosses the knee joint. So he needs to be stretched on a straight leg. Typical calf stretch. Whack that foot out in front. Draw your toes back towards you. Bend this back knee. And then take your chest toward your shin. Now you will not feel the stretch if you are C-curved. If you are C-curved, you're going to lose the stretch. No point doing it. So let's go back to the beginning. Ready? Whack the foot out in front. Now bend the back knee a little bit. And now tilt at the hips. Take your chest forward, nice flat back. And really lead with the chest. And now I'm really feeling that in my calf. It feels lovely. I'm flexing my toes back to my head. Again, you're going to lose the stretch if you put your foot on the floor, so lift your toes up. Good. Hold, 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 hold. Another way to do this stretch is to put your foot up on a bench. Put it up on a bench. Keep the legs straight. And again, lean forward. You're also going to get a bit more of your hamstring stretch here as well. So this is good for giving you bang for your buck. Take your chest forward toward your thigh. Flex your toes back to your head. Hold, 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 hold. And let's change. Other leg, here we go. Whack it forward. Bend this knee. Tilt at the hip. Stick your bum out, stick your chest out as you take your chest towards the shin. That's it. Flex this foot back towards you. Remember, you don't get a stretch here. So pull it back towards you. That's it. Take your chest a little bit more forward. Stick your bottom out. Remember, you're not going to get it if you C-curve. That's what a C-curve looks like. You just don't get the stretch. If you're not feeling this stretch, whack it up on a bench. Here we go. Again, take your chest forward, stick your bum out. Nice flat back. Good. And that feels good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very, very nice. Now what we're also going to do is a nice little adductor stretch. So we're going to take our feet nice and wide. Have your toes pointing forward. So not out like so. Bring them forward like railway tracks. From here, again, we're going to tilt at the hips. So when we tilt at the hips, it looks like that. You're sticking your bum out. You've got a lovely flat back. When you are bending at the waist, you look like this. And you're not going to get the stretch that I'm asking of you, okay? So we need to come to the start point. Ready, off we go. Bum out, chest forward, shoulders down and back, nice and square. From here, we're just going to rock left and rock right. So we're locking the knees out. They are straight. And we're just shifting our hips left and right. Shift them to the left. It's a little movement. It's not huge. And you're locking your knees out, both of them, the whole time. Rock left. When you rock left, you push your hips to the left, you're going to feel it bite really up high in here, in your adductor, on the inside of your right leg. So I'm shifting my weight to the left, and I'm feeling it on the right. I'm shifting my weight to the right, and now I'm feeling it up high on the left. And again, rock to the left, feel it on the right. And again, off we go. Shift to the right, feel it on the left. It's really, really nice stretch, this one. Remember to maintain that lovely flat back. Now, if you don't have the flexibility to get yourself to the floor, use something, a bench, a chair, a roller. Do something to give you something to lean on so that you can do this safely, yeah? And you want something as well so your feet aren't sliding from underneath you. Mine are a little bit slippery. I don't have any shoes on. There we go. Rock left, rock right. It feels nice. We're going to take that to the seated position now. So coming on down, legs are out wide as you can. And now we're going to sit up tall and we're just going to lean forward. Lean forward, push your knees down into the floor and pull your toes back towards you. Pull them back, sit up tall, and coming out of that. And now turn your whole body over and off you go. Going down, put your forehead straight down on your shin. Just pop it there. Don't think about it, just do it, yeah? So from here, up tall, turn your shoulders over, off we go. Come down, put your shin or forehead on your shin. That's the way. Coming up. And now we're going to go to the other side. Turn your whole body, off you go. Pop your head straight down on your shin or your knee, wherever you can get it. It's a nice stretch, kids. Feels good. Come back to the center. Lean forward and just stay there for a little bit. Remember to pull your toes back towards you. It's going to increase your stretch. So it might decrease your range in this position. Yeah? And coming out of that one. Very, very lovely. We're going to go back down now to do a little bit more hip mobility. So from here, we're just going to go straight into the squat position. Come down and rock left and right. So you're also getting that nice calf stretch. At some point, you want to get both heels down on the floor. So rock left and right. If you can get them down now, keep them down. And just rock your weight left, shift it left and right. Good. Use your elbows to really drive your knees out. You want to drive them out, yeah? Almost, you want your knees to go over your big toes or behind them, not collapsing inwards, yeah? That's the aim here. And take your hips down towards the floor and your chest up. So try and be nice and up tall, using the elbows all the time to push those knees out. Like I told you, mobility of joints, it never feels that comfortable at the time. But the benefits afterwards are huge, so huge. Stay down, rock left and right, and stay in this uncomfortable position for a little while. That's it. Feels so good. Okay, from here, coming in, both feet out in front. Ooh, give it a little shake. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. All right, from here, we're just going to fall forward. Get that lovely hamstring stretch again. Nice hamstring stretch. Drop your forehead towards your shin if you can. Looking down. Good. And just holding here for a little bit. I'm flexing my toes back towards me, back this way, so that I am getting a little bit more of a neural stretch. A neural stretch feels like a bit of a burn. Commonly, it'll be behind your knees in this position. You might feel it in your hamstrings. And it could be a bit burning or a bit zingy, pins and needly. And we hold a neural stretch for a little bit longer, and then we let it go. Give it a bounce. We're going to go back down there. Big breath in. Exhale off. We go back down. Pull your feet back. Hang here. Lock your knees out. Smile. Did you know that when you smile, physiologically, there are a lot of changes that happen within, chemically? It changes your mindset, resets it from negative to positive. It's a true story. Give it a go. Whenever you're in these uncomfortable positions, turn a wince into a smile. Oh, it's life-changing. And coming out of that one. That feels good. What we're going to do now is something for our back, for our spine. So we're going to come up into a scrunched up position, like so. You want to try and get your hands over your elbows on both sides. So I'm interlocking. I'm locking my hands into my elbows. I'm going to drop my chin. And now we're just going to do little rollbacks. So you've got a nice C curve back. And we're just doing some little, like, dish rocks. Yeah, I call these dish rocks. Try and stay nice and scrunched up, and then pull yourself up all the way down. You've got to drop your chin here, kids. Drop your chin down towards your chest. You want to be C-curved. This is very nice for increasing some flexibility in your spine, some movement in your spine. Do a few of those. It can feel a little bit sore. If you're really stiff through your spine, that can feel a little bit sore. And if you've got a really flat, stiff spine, you can imagine you're going to almost be going plonk. So just ease into it. But the idea is to be able to C-curve, snuggle up here, and just roll. You want to roll. Okay. You've got to work on that one if you're very, very stiff through your spine. A foam roller can help you. A foam roller, spending time on him every single day and getting some more extension into your life. This is extension. And you think about your life and how much time do you spend in that forward, flexed, hunched over position. If you are sitting at a desk, then you come home and you're at the kitchen sink. And then when you're feeling crap about life, we spend way too much time in that position, kids. So invest in a foam roller. Go to Kmart. You don't have to buy the $60 version from Rebel. Go to Kmart and get the $7 version. They all do the same thing. It's just dense foam. That's all it is, man. Do not pay $60 from Rebel. I'll be very cross if you do. I want you to go to Kmart and get the $7 version, or go online, get the cheap version. There's just no need for $60 foam rollers, kids. Hang here, enjoy this. It's so good for you to increase mobility through your spine. Find those sore spots. And remember, when you're here, you're also getting that lovely stretch all down the front, from your rib cage all the way down to your pubic bone. Take a few deep breaths. That feels good. And coming up. Okay. So today what we've covered is our thoracic. So we have covered some thoracic with the rotations. We've got stuck into our hips. We've stretched our hamstrings right up high at the origin where they come off your sit bones, also known as your ischial tuberosity. And we've stretched your calves, both the soleus and the gastroc. And at the same time, we stretched your hamstrings yet again. So I'm all about getting bang for your buck, you know that. And here's a little bit of Green Day for you. Go stretch. Enjoy. Feeling better. Learn something every day. Master it. And whatever you do, just have fun doing whatever you do. Green Day, if you didn't know, and I'm not offended if you didn't, because I know that I've got to master it. All right, kiddies, so that's 26 minutes done and dusted. You should be feeling better. That is 3 of 10 that I'm offering for free. Share it with everybody. Get everyone on board with this. See you tomorrow.